So, do you really need to wake up at 6 a.m. to be successful? Hey guys, Abby Johnson here with Matterhorn Business Development. I am joined by Greg Winteregg, CEO of Matterhorn Business Development. And today we're going to be talking about our CEO's daily success habits. And what gave me this idea, because I've watched these videos before, and it's a good idea. It's a good idea for a video. It's a good thing to be searching for. If you're searching for this kind of thing, that means you want to set yourself up for success. You want to, have some good habits that are going to contribute to your success. But just what cracks me up about the videos that I've seen, and they're usually very similar, is, and I'm not trying to be facetious, but this is what they are, is I wake up at 6 a.m., I drink 8 ounces of lemon water, then I meditate for 30 minutes, then I journal my feelings for 30 minutes, then I do my daily affirmations, then I go on my morning run, then, it's all very similar in that sense, and it's a little too floofy for our vibe, I think. I think we aren't the only people out there.
Right.
So I want to hear what your daily routine is and just kind of compare to what kind of the common normal routine is on the internet here.
Sure. So my daily routine varies every day. Mm-hmm. The only real routine that I have is Sunday evenings, and last night I was actually doing a webinar until about 10 p.m. So it didn't happen last night, but usually on Sunday night, I'm going to sit down and look at what I need to get done for the week based on my strategic plans and my action plans, which that whole system is laid out in my book. You can go to the Fun at Work playlist that we have. The name of the book is Fun at Work. So I have 3 major activities that I'm running, and each week there are certain targets that need to be done. And so I sit down on Sunday night and I look at my planner. So I use the tool system, and I have my month. And so I would sit down for this week. Everything that needs to be done this week goes in the weekly section first. And then I have the 3 different activities and the targets that must be done this week. Mm-hmm. And some of those are set in stone and have a specific time. But other than that, that's my routine. Mm-hmm. So for example, I was just telling Abby and Neil, on Friday night, this is New Year's Day, I had a project that I was working on that I'm very excited about, which will be rolling out for our monthly mentoring clients in the next 30 to 45 days. And I worked on it until about 8 or 9 o'clock at night. I got tired. I went to bed probably around 9:30. And I woke up at 2 o'clock and I'm like, oh, I know how I'm going to solve this problem. So I went into the office at 2 o'clock. Mm-hmm. I solved it till about 5:30. I went back to bed. I think I got out of bed about 10 o'clock. So for me, I cannot do what you just described.
Yeah, like have a structured thing that you do every day.
Every single day. And some people thrive on that kind of discipline.
Right.
But for me, like I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning and this project I'm solving, and so I'm not going back to sleep. I might as well just go get the work done.
Yeah.
So for me, I have my weekly production that I need to get done. Mm-hmm. We use Asana. Mm-hmm. I'll get my targeted reminders through the email on different projects we're working on. So those things have to be done by those days. I have certain projects with clients that have to be done by a specific day. But I'm kind of more of like I work when I want to work and I sleep when I want to sleep. Mm-hmm. And as long as the production gets done, then I don't care.
Yeah.
It's not about the hours.
Yeah. Now, as a contrast, I work very differently than you, which is funny because we work so close together. But I get emails from him at 3. I wake up and I have this email that's 3 in the morning, and it's like, hey, I just made this thing for 2 hours, and I would not be able to do that.
Right.
I work differently, similarly in that I have my weekly and daily tasks. I use Asana, and for me, when I sit down for the day, Asana tells me what I need to do.
Yeah.
My Asana in my calendar, I have these client calls I need to do, and then I have these tasks I need to get done, and that's my day. And then for me, I stop working at 5 or 6 unless we have a client call or like we're doing our yearly planning meeting tonight. I know for me personally, I have to turn my brain off because like I use it so hard during the day that I need to shut off, or I go do something creative or something else at night. And so the point is you have to find what works for you. If you want to wake up at 6 a.m. and get your workout in, honestly, I wish I had that kind of discipline to get a workout in at 7 a.m., but I'm a night owl. I want to sleep until 8, and that's when my day starts. But that's what works for me and keeps me sane. But what you do works for you and keeps you sane. If someone told you you're only allowed to work from the hours 9 to 6, you would go crazy.
Yeah, I would quit that job.
But then there are times where he's like, hey, do you want to do this thing at 8 p.m. tonight? And I'm like, no, I don't.
Yeah, and
let's schedule it during the day, please. Like, I don't like working longer than my brain can handle.
Well, and I think the point of this whole video is I don't want anybody to feel like you're dogging it or you're a loser if you're not getting up at 4:30, meditating for 30 minutes, having your 8 ounces of lemon juice, and you're not like all of that discipline. Yeah. There are people who definitely need that to get themselves out of bed.
Yeah.
I don't need that to get myself out of bed.
Right.
What gets me out of bed is the excited about the production that I'm going to be doing, the project that I'm working on. So I have always been the type of person and the type of boss. If we're trying to accomplish this objective and we're starting here on Monday and we accomplish that objective by Wednesday, then fine, you can have a day off or whatever, but we have to get it done by Friday if we have to work through lunch. Like, this is the objective, this is the date. This is why I love Asana so much, because it's laid out. This target needs to be done by this date, and you're responsible for it. So if I get it done at 2 o'clock in the morning, it doesn't matter. And then I sleep until noon if I feel like it. Right. It doesn't matter. Production is the end objective. So if you need a schedule like Abby is describing, great. The Big Bang Theory, Sheldon had everything in his life timed, right down to the second. And, on Tuesday night you do Chinese or whatever. But I'm definitely not that kind of person. But you can always count on Abby and I to hit the target and get the production done.
Yeah. Yeah, even though we work in completely different ways, we're still, we tripled in 2020.
Exactly.
And working the ways that we work, and we work together, and we don't try to change the other. I'm not going to tell him he can't work at 2 in the morning and vice versa.
And I'm not going to tell her she must work at 8 p.m.
Yeah. So that's the point. Do what works for you. We've, mentioned some other great videos here. We have a video on Asana. I'll link that below. But if you have any questions for us and how to set up your day for success, or any other things we do to stay successful, leave us a comment. Please subscribe. We would love to have you join the Matterhorn family, and we will see you next time.